By now you should have memorized the concepts of present estates and future interests. You should have also become very familiar with the associated names and language. As you work through memorizing the names and language, it will be helpful to review the schematic in this video so that you do not get lost. The schematic here ties together both the concepts and the names to ensure a comprehensive understanding. We begin. O has a piece of land. There are three ways that O can transfer his land. The first way is ideal for the transferee. It is ideal because there are no restrictions, and the transferee possesses the land forever. This present estate is called a fee simple absolute. Note, the original piece of land that O owned was also a fee simple absolute. The second way that O can transfer land is with a restriction, where the restriction is in the form of a condition. This is called the defeasible fee. The transferee can own the land forever, but there is a condition. For example, if the transferee ever drinks alcohol on the land, then the transferee loses the land. The defeasible fee has three variations. When the condition is triggered, the first variation will transfer the land back to O, where the present estate is called a fee simple determinable, and the future interest is called a possibility of reverter. The second variation might transfer the land back to O. It depends on if O chooses to take back the land. Here, the present estate is called a fee simple subject to condition subsequent, and the future interest is called a right of entry. The third variation will transfer the land to someone else, where the present estate is called a fee simple subject to executory limitation, and the future interest is called an executory interest. The last way that O can transfer land involves a time restriction. O can transfer land for a period of time. This can be either a life estate or a term of years. Note, while the life estate is a present estate, the term of years is not a present estate. It is a leasehold interest. When the time expires, the land has 5 possible destinations. It can go back to O. This is called a reversion. It can go to someone else. This is called an indefeasibly vested remainder. It can go to someone else with a condition, called a vested remainder subject to divestment, where if the condition is triggered, the land could go back to O as a reversion, or the land could go to someone new as an executory interest. It can go to a group. This is called a vested remainder subject to partial divestment, and it can go to someone else with a condition, called a contingent remainder, where if the condition is triggered, then the land could go back to O as a reversion, or the land could go to someone new as a contingent remainder. Remember that the vested remainder subject to divestment and the contingent remainder are fundamentally the same. They may have different classifications, different names, they visually look different as I portray them here, and they can be used in different ways, but they sometimes render the same result, which makes them hard to distinguish on paper. To tell them apart, remember the packaging and comma rule, learned in the future interest lecture. Memorizing this framework and the associated names seen in both the present estates lecture and the future interest lecture will ensure the necessary foundation for practicing your bar exam questions.